everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Jaguars going up against the Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go. B-19! B-19!
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. it was third down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field. They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to
come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second and 5. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
4 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 30.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Following the fumble recovery. Hart. Hunter Henry brings it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down. Hart, he'll check this one off to Fournette. He's to the 10, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio.
To throw on 2nd down. Hart got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Fielded about a yard deep. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Now let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. Fighting through. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On play action, they'll throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Off play action. Hart. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Now
a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the Steelers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Now let's go. All right, now look at.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he's got room. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 44-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Back to the Philly. Here we go.
And the play clock's running down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it with Bell. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it, doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. 190.
Off the play fake. Hart. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 36 yards. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Over. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here's the line. Here's the line. Third and 2. Third and 2. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. It doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
And the Steelers on third down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Myles Jack in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Hart. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Off play action. Hart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hart, his throw incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Hart. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Set. Blue landing. Blue left.
Again, it's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Set. Blue landing. Blue landing. Leopard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Watch tight. Tight end right. Now let's go. Blue landing. Watch it now, Barney.
Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30. Detroit!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you...
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, Detroit. Watching that, Barney.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Running left is Fournette. And he's got some space here. The 30, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The give is to Bell, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, that's Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.
Yeah. Pulling up with the coupe.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.